So, Sepii, you're 22, you were 21 when they were doing the filming, you're a medical student, you're also a fashion blogger, you've got loads of followers on Instagram. Life at home for you, let's just sort of paint a picture of what that's like.
So, I do go to uni a lot, and then when I do get time off, I like to make the most of it, because obviously I want to have a work-life balance, and so, yeah, I guess the having fun bit, I like it to be just as good as the working hard.
What's the house like? What's your house like?
I would say it's very Persian. We've got Persian rugs. My dad loves art, so there's artwork all around the house. And
if you want to buy anything, if you want to go out shopping, does it all just go on the bank of Daddy?
Well, via my bank account, via his bank account, I guess. Yeah.
So he tops you up?
Tops me up, yeah.
What's your most extravagant purchase?
Probably my car.
Right.
So, yeah, I wanted to upgrade my car
last
year. It's a Range Rover Evoque.
Wow, OK,
yeah.
so expensive, really expensive.
And so when you're thinking about, you know, sort of going out or maybe having a night with your mates or whatever, do you think about money? How much would you spend? What would you buy?
I think that's one thing that I realised is you don't really think about how much you spend when you go on a night out. You're more thinking about what the night out involves and what you want to do. So, you know, we could go to dinners like in central London and easily be spending like £100 to £150 per person on a meal.
So life for you two is very, very different for this. I mean, for one that sits here and doesn't think about money on a night out, for you, who everything revolves around budgeting, planning, you know, your sort of total money that you earn after your family tax credit is £1,490, and living expensive goes out, that's £1,000. So really, for the month, for your family, for petrol, everything you need, you've got £490 to live off.
Very much so, yeah.
So why did you want to take part in this then? What did you want to gain from it?
Well, our first aim was, because we run a small charity as well, as alongside us looking after family and everything else, we wanted to give a bit of promotion to the charity, so hopefully we was thinking that this will be a good idea to promote the charity and maybe show Sepii what our life is and
what it's like.
And
the thing is the lifestyle of how everyday people, working class people, are living like ourselves, because we're having to manage every day. Even thinking about just going out shopping to a supermarket, but then picking up what kids want to pick up. They want to pick up some treats, and we have to restrict them of picking those treats up. And it's not just us. A lot of families like ourselves are doing that.
Absolutely. What were your first impressions? What did you think?
Well, when Sepii walked into my front door there, I was thinking, she's not going to have a clue what's going to hit her over the next few days when she's living here.
I think for me I was more worried what would Sepii think about my house.
Oh, a lovely house.
No, your house is so beautiful. I actually loved it. It was really
very
lovely.
colourful, beautiful cushions and things. You're very proud of your house.
Yes, I am.
Yes. And quite right too. And what were your first impressions?
I was really nervous going in because I had no idea who I'd be staying with, what the family would be like, but they were honestly so welcoming and so lovely, and I was just so grateful that they let me into their house. So,
well, one thing that really sort of struck a chord with you was that here was a family that were struggling to make ends meet, and yet actually what they would do in their free time was go and help other people. And you were quite taken by that, weren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was probably the biggest thing that I learnt from the situation. Was, you know, at the end of the day, Shabnam and Shaka, they kind of taught me that anyone can give like money towards something they care about, but giving your time is something that's even more invaluable. I've kind of implemented that in my life.
It's with the homeless, isn't it? I mean,
Because
you've been homeless, haven't you?
Yes, I personally, when I was a lot younger, before I met Shabnam, I was going through this phase where I was actually homeless and I was sleeping in Manchester Piccadilly Gardens.
So what do you do?
We collect surplus food from supermarkets and we deliver it out to families who are struggling. So we're trying to make sure that kind of helping them not to go homeless and give them a bit of support. And it's surplus food which normally would go into the bin.
Well, food in your home. You know, you buy your weekly shop. It's got to last.
Yes.
And you cooked for the family, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I made them pasta and meatballs.
Is this one of the first times you've cooked a meal?
I know how to make pasta really well. I would say that's the only thing that I know
how to make pasta, how to boil pasta.
There's a sauce. There's a sauce.
There is a sauce.
There's a sauce.
So with your meal, you were very happy with it.
I was.
And how did you respond?
No, it was lovely. It was nice.
I think we were, to be honest with you, I think she used most of our ingredients on that meal, really.
She blew the budget.
Ingredients went on that meal. Did you do the washing up?
Yeah, I did the washing up afterwards as well.
What did you both learn about each other? What did you take away, first of all?
Well, I took away a lot of things like I didn't realise people had to like price watch and how struggling like to live off a budget can be actually really difficult and you don't think about it until you're in it.
OK, and what about you? What did you learn from her? Or did you not?
What could you possibly learn from her?
Well, I don't know. To be honest with you, no. Sepii is a very genuine and nice person. You know, when we saw her first, it was like no. But as we stayed with her and she stayed with us, we learned a bit about her.
I think at first I thought she's not going to last a few hours with us, especially the way we live and then how hectic our life is. We're in and out and everything, especially with our charity. We're always in and out. We might get a phone call saying somebody's struggling and we need to get some food to them. Yeah. So we have to drop everything and just...
It's a great idea to put you all together. And are you still washing up?
No.
Have you washed up since?
That went out the window very quickly.